Good morning from Drayton Manor. It's Easter holidays. This was an extremely last minute decision last night because we were originally planning to go to West Midlands Safari Park today, and then turns out we couldn't get any of the time slots for that. So then we decided very last minute to come to here. So here we are at Drayton Manor. I'm in the pre-queue for the wave. I haven't actually done the wave since it is the wave. I did Shockwave. Absolutely amazing ride Shockwave was, but I haven't done it since they've converted it to a sit down now. So this will be interesting. Then I have been back though. I've done Gold Rush. I came on a school trip at the end of the summer last year. That was an interesting experience. I wouldn't recommend a school trip to Drayton Manor. We ended up queuing 3 hours for Gold Rush, and that was all we got on that day. So yeah, I really don't recommend it. But yeah, here we are. The wave. My first ever time. Pre-queue's not too long either. Shouldn't be too long. You've noticed a drop in quality. That's because I'm on my phone and gimbal instead of actually on my camera. I ended up not bringing my camera today. But yeah, it's just gone 10:31. The queue for the wave is opening. Shouldn't be too long. So it's actually lap bars only, this is, which I'm a big advocate of that. I think lap bars are the way forward when it comes to rides that go upside down, or just rides in general really. They're so much more comfortable, so much more less restrictive. If you just look at something like Hyperia at Thorpe Park, that really just shows what you can do with a lap bar. Because that ride is huge, it has very strong forces, but only a lap bar. So, there you go. So something built over there on the Stormforce 10 platform. You got like a boom mic and everything. Looks interesting. So as you can see, it very much looks like a B&M coaster with the track and that. But fun fact is it's actually built by Intamin. A lot of people know, but just thought it was a cool fact to share. It was built when Intamin subcontracted.
Please sit back and hold on to the grab rails at all times.
So it was built when Intamin subcontracted Giovanola to build all of their track. And Giovanola were the ones that also were subcontracted by B&M. And then B&M patented the design for the box style, but this was built before that. So this used that signature B&M box spine track. So there are some planned closures today at Drayton Manor. One of these is the Rapids down here, and the other one is the beast itself, Stormforce 10. So yeah, it is a shame that they're not open. I don't see why. The weather's nice to have a water ride open. Might be to do with like maintenance though not being finished and stuff. It's still quite early on in the season. It's the same places that look like Alton Towers, their water rides aren't open. Thorpe have Tidal Wave shut as well, so it might just be something to do with that. I don't know, but it is a shame. So here we have chronically short break road. Just look at it as it comes into the station here. This is literally the entire road. It's hilarious. So I found it quite strange. They're not actually loading road 1. There was probably a reason for that. I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, it is pretty odd. First ever ride on the wave. I'm by myself on road 2.
You see how that video, I didn't even want to see the flash of my eye.
It's a whole roller coaster, bro.
You see that? That's it.
So that was the wave. I really enjoyed that. It's really good fun. The lap bars, I wasn't sure on them when they first came down in the station. They're like very big and they like very flat as well, and they come down, they like proper pin you down. So I wasn't too sure on them, but on the ride, honestly, I didn't mind it because you get a lot of laterals, especially in the 0G roll. You're like being forced out of your seat whilst upside down. You get like upside down airtime almost, and I felt that it was very comfortable for that. I was like being folded out of my seat like properly. It was really good. And then in the corkscrews as well, I found them really good as well. Like, I don't remember them being that good, but they were, so that was really good, yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go give Air Race a go now. Never done this before. Should be interesting to see what it's like. Doesn't look like there's much of a queue. Doesn't look like it's open yet, actually. Might have dropped on here. Let's go have a look. So it's just gone 12 minutes past 11 and Air Race has just opened. Hello. Yeah, it's just opened. I don't think we'll be on this one, might be on the next one. I don't think all the planes are actually on this one, so that's interesting. Air Race. It was great. No, I'm joking, I didn't get on it. I was literally in line for the next cycle and it made this like horrible noise on that first cycle. Oh no, I don't think Maelstrom's an answer for this. Yikes, Maelstrom queue's big. Go try accelerator. But yeah, so Air Race. Yeah, it made this like horrible like grinding noise. It was coming from carriage number 3. And yeah, so as soon as it stopped, they shut it. Engineers came over, they tested it. It seemed to be going well. It looked like it was going to open. Then halfway around the cycle again, carriage 3 started making this horrible grinding noise. And then he stopped, and now like some of the carriages are upside down, some of them are like on the side and stuff. It just doesn't look worth it. Looks like it's not going to open anytime soon. That noise was not very nice at all. Didn't sound good. So yeah, I think I'm going to go try accelerator maybe. See what that's on. I'm going to save Gold Rush for later because I want to try and get the other cycle on Gold Rush. The one that I didn't get last time. I had cycle 1 last time, so I want to try and wait and get cycle 2. I don't know if that's a good idea waiting, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what the accelerator's on. Yeah, I've just turned the corner, that's a no. I don't even know what to do now. Angry Birds 4D's back as well. I feel like I'm back at 4. Oh, I miss Angry Birds 4D. So the Flying Dutchman is another ride that's undergoing a planned closure at the moment. Doesn't look like that's going to open anytime soon. I'm going to go see what Gold Rush is on. I know I said I'll wait, but I need something to do now. Oh, I can see the Haunting actually. I might have a look at the Haunting. I'm going to go give the Haunting a go. It's not a long queue at all, this isn't. The whole scaffolding bridge and like van, and especially that Ripper like logo thing there, it's very giving Nemesis Subterra. It's kind of giving Nemesis Subterra crossed with like Cursor Manor. And then I know what the ride system is just Hex, but really small. So it's gonna be interesting, this is. I've never done it before. I never actually knew it was a madhouse for ages until like after I came for the not last time, the time before, but then when I came with school I didn't get a chance to do it. So yeah, it'll be interesting. There's a mouse over there in the Haunting queue line. I don't know how well you can see it. Eating a leaf. We made it in. I'm gonna put this away now because we don't want to spoil it. Okay, so the Haunting. it's good. Like, I feel, as someone who's used to doing Hex, which is absolutely amazing, and like, it's all done really well in Hex. It's like massive in there, all the lighting and the sound is really loud, really high quality attraction. I felt a bit let down by the ride system on that. The actual build up to it and the theming and everything was sick. Like all the pre-shows and that, they were all sick. But then the actual ride, a lot of the audio was very muffled. You couldn't hear it at all. It literally just sounded like static. And then the lighting it wasn't as bright as Hex. It was very stroby, and there was a lot of like UV painting on the walls. So it was good. I think the build up to it was actually better than the ride system itself. The build up was quite spooky with all of like the main pre-show was really, really well done with the painting, and then all of like the frames fell down and everything as well. That was sick. But the actual ride system, I think it's a lot smaller and tighter in there. I did though say to the ride operator where.
So, as you have just seen, whilst recording for my vlog, my phone storage did fill up. That is the issue with using my phone instead of the camera to film with. So here I am to talk about what I did until I got my phone storage sorted out. So after doing the haunting, which by the way I was about to say in that clip, I said to the operator, "Where's the fallen branch?" and he gave me a very, very strange look, which was quite funny. And then, yeah, so after that I had some lunch. We then went and did Sheriff's Showdown, which was pretty fun. It's a very interesting ride system. There's no, like, lasers, so you can't really see where you're shooting, so you just have to eyeball it. That's the only, like, criticism I have with it. It's actually quite well themed in there. If you've never done it before, give it a go. Then I went and did Gold Rush, which by the time we got on had switched over to Cycle 2, which I think is a big improvement on Cycle 1. Don't get me wrong, I liked Cycle 1. I just thought Cycle 2 with dropping down the lift or backwards was really, really fun at the start. Really fun way to start, and then doing the big hill and all that at the end was good, instead of doing that right at the start. So yeah, Gold Rush was really good fun. Then I had an ice cream, which I had an Oreo ice cream from down in Adventure Cove, and it was absolutely beautiful. And then I went and did Accelerator, which the queue seemed to take forever to go down, even though the ride ops were absolutely smashing it on the old operations again. That was probably the best operations I saw there on Accelerator. They were really good. I think Accelerator is a good ride. You need to be in the front for it, because especially in the backwards bit, you just get pulled around it. I think it's a bit nippy, but it's definitely a front row ride. And then whilst I was going up the lift hill backwards, I looked over and I saw that the water was going on Stormforce 10, even though that was supposed to be on the planned closures list. It was like the water was going down the drop. And so I went over and had a look at what was going on, and then this happened.
Stormforce is testing. I managed to sort out the storage on my phone. If it opens within like the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna go on it. However, if not, I believe this will be the end of our trip to Drayton Manor. We might be coming back. We're not sure if there's free return tickets or not, so. But if they are, we'll definitely be coming back. It's been interesting today. I'll talk more about it when I get home. But yeah. There we go. It's opened. Fair play to Drayton. You're just over an hour left of the park open. and they've opened Stormforce 10, a ride that they said wouldn't open. So fair play to them, well done.
And that was the last bit of recording I did for that vlog. So, it ends it on a bit of a cliffhanger there. I did go on Stormforce. I got absolutely drenched on it. It's such a good ride, Stormforce is. The funny thing is with it, is it's not the big drop at the end that gets you the wettest, it's the little backwards drop in the middle. It is just, it's so unassuming because it's not really that big of a drop, but like the water just shoots up and just, you like move backwards into the water, it just gets the whole boat, it's crazy. I absolutely love Stormforce, it's a great ride. And then what I was saying in one of the clips was I'll talk more about it at the end of the day with it being an interesting day. So that's what I'm going to talk about now. The main issue with Drayton is its operations. They really struggle when there's like any kind of crowds. I think one thing they need to do is get Gold Rush on 2 trains, because they have 2 trains for it. I don't know why it's been running on 1 train recently. I'm pretty sure it's been doing that since last year. If someone can tell me below, I don't know why. But it's just really strange, and then you've got all the rides that are closed. I mean, like, I get the rapids being closed, because, like, most parks don't open their rapids until, like, May. But Stormforce, I wasn't sure why that was shut. There was a lot of rides in Thomasland as well that was shut. The Flying Dutchman, obviously, you saw that in the vlog, that was shut. I think as well, one thing that they need to sort on is, like, the dispatch times. Especially on things like the Wave, they would like taking their time getting people on and off that. Like, it's only on 1 train, it's debatably the park's most popular ride, and the front row wasn't even being loaded, so that slows it down even more, and it was just taking forever, and I was like quite close to the front of the queue, and it still took me like half an hour to get on. So it was very strange. We had a good day. I got on quite a lot. But also, I feel like if the operations were a bit better, I could have got on more. Another thing I noticed was on Maelstrom, they were only loading half of the gondola. And when I saw the size of the queue, I was like, that is going to take forever. And I love Maelstrom as well. It's like one of my favourite flat rides in the UK. I do need to get down to Poulton's to try Cyclinator. But at the moment, Maelstrom is one of my favourites. I'm so excited for when Invictus opens, that's going to be great, because it's like a massive version of Maelstrom. But that's besides the point. It's just like, there's probably a reason why they were doing that, but for me, it's just a bit like, it's weird, because it's just the queue is just not going to move if that's what you're doing. I get if there's like a proper mechanical issue that they can't load half of the gondola or something, but it's just a bit strange. And then the whole air race situation, I'm not sure what went on there. Honestly, the noise it made was absolutely horrible. I honestly thought like one of the arms had snapped or something at first. It was so like, it was like a really loud, like grinding metal on metal noise. It wasn't really nice. Yeah, that's all for the vlog. I think it's a good park, Drayton is. I hadn't been for ages, like, as a full day. I went on a school trip, obviously, last year, but the park was absolutely rammed when I went there, so I only got on 1 ride. The time before that was just as Apocalypse was closing, so the park had changed, like, quite a lot since I'd last been. So yeah, it's a good park. I just think they really need to sort their operations out, because it's a popular place as well, and it's just not in that good of a state at the moment. I think the whole park is nice and clean and well kept, but it just needs its operations sorting out, because it's really not great. But then that brings us to the end of the vlog. So, like and subscribe. You've been watching Airtime Addict. Leave your thoughts in the comments about like Drayton Manor. If you've been recently, if you're planning on going, if you need any like tips or stuff, because I know quite a lot about Drayton. So yeah, all of that, leave it in the comments. And yeah, so as always, you're watching Airtime Addict, like and subscribe, and I will see you around. Try a bit.